As the herdsmen approached mosque to buy Christians, my father met them and spoke to them calmly. Masa Udu Abdullahi Abubakar. Okay. In an interview with the Punch, Masa Udu Abdullahi Abubakar reflected on the life and legacy of his late father Abdullahi Abubakar, who served as the chief imam of Akwatu Mosque in Ninga community back in Lade government area of Plateau State. Responding to the questions on how his father rescued over 200 Christians during a violent attack in 2018, Masa Udu said he was personally present when the incident unfolded. He recalled that unrest suddenly erupted in the community, and as armed attackers moved in with the intention of buying Christian residents, the violence occurred in broad daylight. You can imagine, no fear. Within a short but chaotic window between about 3:30 p.m. and 3:40 p.m., according to him, preparations were underway for the Asri prayer when they noticed fighting Christian residents fleeing towards their family compound. Gunshots rang out across the village as panic spread. The people desperately trying to escape the area and headed towards Yewa in search of safety. Seeing their fear, his father immediately intervened by opening the mosque to offer them refuge. He explained that both their house and the mosque were located at the edge of the village, making them a last point of safety for many. While some of the fleeing residents were sheltered inside the mosque, others were concealed within their home, as the chief imam worked to protect as many lives as possible. During the crisis, further talking, he said, as the attackers approached the mosque, my father and his assistants met them and stopped them. He spoke to them calmly and dissuaded them from attacking the Christian villagers hiding in the mosque and the house. He was practically begging them to stop buying the villagers. He also said that at that moment, the worshippers had gathered around his father and his assistants, helping to protect the mosque. He claimed some of the attackers noticed that there were people sheltering inside the house, but his father quickly moved to block their access, ensuring everyone remained safe. And by God's grace, the herdsmen eventually withdrew. He alleged once the danger had passed, they cautiously went inside the bush and saw the devastation they had left behind. Many lives had been lost in the attacks. It is well. Anthony Hajegu says, when the US president said that Christian genocide is ongoing in Nigeria, believe him, American leaders don't make statements loosely. Yes, it is a Christian genocide. It is obvious. Very, very obvious. Augustina Kamadu says, your dad did a great job. Shegun Adejayan says, your father is a hero. It died a martyr, yes. David Adekule says, we shall never forget the good works your father did. And God and Jesus and heaven will never forget us. So Jesus said, whosoever shall do any good works to his followers will never lose the reward. Your father is a living legend, an elder statesman in posthumous. May he rest well till we meet again. And Dongi says, an Alaji once sheltered I and my family in his house in Kano State. When a religious fight, we never knew how it started, spread to our area, and the Muslims were buying Christians and burning churches. That is why I always emphasize on dividing this country into two. The North should take their North. Do you get? Take your North and turn it to what they want, and let the South control their own too. After all, the amalgamation was a wise man's idea. We were never one. I'm telling you. Sanum says, if I may ask, this Bakinlade, is it not the one on the heart of Christian inhabitants? How come did it fail under Muslims so fast? Why are you asking that question? And Jonathan says, mosque is not church. That is why I asked, because if you said that the bandits approached church to buy Christian, I will understand this better. You read now. Read. Frederick Azubike says, it's surprising, like if you are on a war with Fulani, I don't know what they preach in their doctrine. I really do not know. Adotubo says, very evil people, hiding other religion to murder people. You say you're a Muslim. Your Allah is sending you to buy people up and down. Tony says, can you now say that there is no Christian genocide? They know it's Christian genocide. They know. Chinedu says Islamic religion is an evil religion, and they all know about it, but still pretending. Soon the Christians will carry their arms as the battle will start. Emeka says, why is Islam working for the devil? Devil is really using them in the name of a religion. As Benson says, may Allah grant the late Imam a befitting resting place. Amen. Now, man, he says, what is really the offense of Christians that these animals are buying us? They want to Islamize the country. They want to Islamize the country, and they feel like this is the way to go about it, buying Christians, so that they are the only ones that will remain. Those people in their mode of reasoning, the way they reason, I've never seen it before. Abdul says, but Dimka that by Muritala Muhammad was a Christian. Uzogu Kaduna that by Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was also a Christian. Don't you see Christianity is built within and around hypocrisy? Abdul you don't have sense. I can't sit down. Jack Solo says, I'm disappointed with Christians all over the world, starting with Pope, Bishop, Cardinals, Reverends, by not providing weapons to churches. In any country under siege of Muslim jihad, if weapons have been provided, these Muslim terrorists will not survive 1 week. Celestine says, while we praise the late man for his courage and sympathy, this also confirms Christian genocide. Exactly. It is Christian genocide. Kisaram says their own is to shed, but what type of religion buys people like this and you expect somebody to join their barbaric thing, I don't understand. Aldebaran just says, may God count what your father has done for righteousness, forgive his shortcomings and grant him safe passage to paradise. Amen. Raphael says, blood is life and the life of the innocent one you people have taken will fight you all. Those who are supporting and benefiting from this evil, the judgment of God will surely fall upon you and your generations. Amen. At Okuche Sunday says, and somebody will say there's no genocide in Nigeria where Christians are being fired unprovoked. Don't mind them. Ida Ginda says the approach must to buy Christians for doing what to them. This is one of the evidence to support the genocide being talked about and denied by the elites of the North. The man did a nice job by saving lives, and how I wish other Muslims emulate that. May his soul rest in peace. Amen. Oluwatimi Ebenezer says, and the Reverend Father, the governor said there was no genocide. May the soul of the Imam who rescued them from being fired continue to rest in peace. Amen. Abdullah says, Israel is a Christian country, and Abdullah is a Muslim name. We should be one as a family. Elvis so it's a pride for the Fulani terrorist statement to be pleaded with to spare the life of bona fide citizens, not be small thing, of Nigeria in their own country. Now we think enough should be enough. The blood of Nigerians has flowed too much. The land of Nigeria has soaked the blood of innocent Nigerians, and the land is crying out. Indeed. My listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.